Hello everyone, welcome to my channel English with Visali. Today we will discuss about 3rd Sem BCA General English, the Patriot poem, 10 marks question and answers, written by the Patriot poem written by Robert Browning. So first question, analyze the poem The Patriot in terms of its structure and how it contributes to the poem's overall message. Robert Brown's The Patriot is a moving, dramatic monologue that tells the story of a hero's rise and fall within the span of 1 year. The structure of the poem plays a vital role in shaping its meaning and reinforcing its central message about the fickleness of human pride and the hope of divine justice. The poem is composed of 6 stanzas, each with 5 lines. This consistent stanzaic form provides rhythm and balance to the poem, while also helping Browning develop the contrast between past glory and present disgrace in a gradual and orderly manner. Each stanza contributes a unique element to the progression of the speaker's story. In the first stanza, the poem presents the past glory of the patriot. The images of roses, myrtle, flags, bells, and church spires filled with cheering people symbolize the height of honor and public recognition. The regular rhythm mirrors the celebratory atmosphere. In the second stanza, the patriot recalls how people crowded on rooftops to see him as the streets were too small to hold the massive gathering. This image of overflowing crowds indicates the extent of admiration he once enjoyed. The structure emphasizes exaggeration and grandeur, as even rooftops are not sufficient for the crowd's enthusiasm. The third stanza marks the beginning of a shift in tone. The patriot recalls how people were ready to give him anything he asked for, even the impossible symbolized by the sun. Here, Browning uses structure to highlight irony. Despite having achieved so much for the people, the patriot is now punished for what he could not do. This stanza acts as a bridge between past triumph and present downfall. The fourth and fifth stanzas describe the present moment of humiliation. The structure changes in tone as the patriot explains how there is no crowd cheering anymore. Instead, a few old people watch from their windows while the rest have gathered at the scaffold to witness his death. He describes how his wrists are tied with ropes and how his forehead bleeds from stones thrown at him. The stark imagery contrasts strongly with the earlier joy, and the consistent stanza length reinforces the idea that life can change completely within the same framework of time. The sixth stanza concludes the poem with resignation and faith. The patriot accepts that he has been condemned by the people but finds comfort in the belief that God's judgment will be fair. Structurally, the final stanza brings closure as it balances the earlier celebration with the present suffering and the ultimate reliance on divine justice. Thus, the poem's structure of 6 regular stanzas creates a dramatic progression from glory to disgrace and then to spiritual hope. The consistency of the form symbolizes the inevitability of change. Public opinion may shift, but the framework of life and divine truth remains constant. Browning uses this structure to highlight his message. Human praise is temporary and unreliable, but God's justice is eternal. Here we are having key points. Poem has 6 stanzas, each of 5 lines quintains. Structure creates balance and progression from past glory to present disgrace. Stanza 1 to 2, celebration and honor. Stanza 3, turning point, irony of leaping at the sun. Stanza 4 to 5, present humiliation and cruelty. Stanza 6, hope in God's justice. Structure reinforces message, fickle human praise versus eternal divine justice. Second question, discuss the themes explored in Robert Browning's The Patriot. Robert Browning's The Patriot is a powerful dramatic monologue that explores several universal themes. These themes not only reflect the faith of the speaker but also comment on human society and the larger truths of life. The first major theme is the fickleness of public opinion. A year ago, the Patriot was celebrated like a hero. The people decorated his path with flowers, raised flags on spires, and cheered out loudly from rooftops. Yes, yet within a year, the same people condemned him to death. Instead of laws, they now throw stones at him. This change demonstrates how quickly society shifts from admiration to hatred. Browning highlights the instability of human praise and warns against relying on it. The second theme is betrayal and ingratitude. The Patriot served his people, even attempting the impossible, leaping at the sun. Instead of gratitude, he receives cruelty and disgrace. This theme reflects the common fate of many leaders, reformers, or visionaries who are celebrated during success but abandoned or punished when they fall. Another important theme is suffering and injustice. The Patriot endures physical pain, his wrists are tied with ropes, his forehead bleeds from stones, and emotional suffering from betrayal. His punishment is unjust as he believes he has done nothing wrong. This theme exposes the cruelty of public judgment and the harsh consequences of misplaced blame. The poem also explores faith and divine justice. Despite humiliation, the Patriot accepts his fate calmly, placing his trust in God. He believes that while people have condemned his unfairly, God will reward him in heaven. This theme contrasts temporary human judgment with eternal divine truth, offering a message of hope and consolation. Closely related is the theme of irony and paradox. The Patriot recalls how the people were willing to give him the sun but now cannot spare even a kind word. This irony underlines the contradictions of human behavior and the unpredictability of public opinion. Finally, the theme of transience of glory is central to the poem. The Patriot's downfall within a single year shows how quickly fame, honor, and power can fade. Browning reminds us that worldly glory is temporary while spiritual truth and divine justice endure. In conclusion, the Patriot explores themes of fickleness, betrayal, injustice, irony, suffering, and divine faith. These themes give the poem its universal appeal, making it not just a story of one man but a reflection of the experiences of many who face the rise and fall of human opinion. Key points: fickleness of public opinion from flowers to stones, betrayal and ingratitude, service repaid with cruelty, suffering and injustice, ropes, bleeding, humiliation, faith in divine justice, God will judge fairly, irony and paradox, once worship, now condemned. Transience of glory, worldly fame is temporary. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe my channel.